Hey, it's Lisa Robbin Young here, and today's convo is all about being excellent, knowing you're excellent, and embracing the fact that you're excellent. And this has been on my heart for a long time, and I've tried to shoot this video several times, and I wanted to speak this in a way that didn't come across too woo-woo, too spiritual, too Bible thumping heavy, or what have you, because I know that creative entrepreneurs come from a broad spectrum of spiritual foundations. But I have this book, and it's called Pray Big by Will Davis Jr. And there's a prayer in it that I pray regularly. And obviously, you can change the wording to whatever deity or spiritual proclivity resonates with you. But here it is right out of the book as I pray it quite often. Holy Father, please make me great at what I do. Give me exceptional skill and ability so I might glorify your name. And Father, I ask you for a platform. Increase my audience, increase my impact. Give me favor before leaders. Strategically place me so that I might truly honor and exalt your name. And again, it's Pray Big by Will Davis Jr. And I've had the book for several years, and I constantly offer up that prayer because, well, there's two things. One, the prayer says, make me great at what I do, which means I got to be doing something to get excellent at it. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But the other reason I offer up this prayer is because so often creative entrepreneurs, we're visionaries, and we have these big ideas and dreams about how we'd like to see the world changed for the better. And when we try to share that, when it's still in its infancy, when it's still in that idea phase, people look at us like, girl, what you smoking? Like, you can't do that in the world. What? Like, that's not going to happen. And we get fed a lot of negativity, a lot of, no, you can't. You shouldn't think that big. Oh, you're so big. You're too big for your britches. And why do you have to think so big? And for me, I've gotten real clear that my deity of faith is God. That's my choice. That's the terminology I use. I'm real clear that God put me on this planet to do something bigger than myself, to help people create something that's bigger than themselves. My mission and my passion is all about inspiring people to build noble empires and live inspired lives. That's not I sell shoes or I take care of the kids, neither of which is a bad goal in your life to have. But there are visions that are grander than just who I am or just me, the individual. And visionary, creative entrepreneurs, that's how we see the world, as something so much bigger than ourselves. And oftentimes we're squelched. We're not given permission to dream big because everybody else sees it as just another dream, just another pipe dream, something that's never really going to happen. Whereas we look at it as this, I can visualize this actually happening, and I'm going to start taking steps to make it happen. Now, it happening may be way over here, and the work I got to do begins way over here. And if that's the case, then I got a lot to do. And so somebody looking at me when I'm still over here is going to go, girl, whatever. When in reality, I'm not looking at this. I'm already over here in my mind. And so we tend to silence ourselves. We tend to squelch ourselves in an attempt to preempt what other people are doing to squelch us. I don't want to hear all the negativity, so I'm just not going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm just going to put my head down, and I'm going to get caught up in my own little, self-talk bubble, and I'm going to live in that space and live in my head and not listen to anybody else until this project is further along. The problem with that is that the project can only go so far, and then you start hitting walls. And sometimes those walls are your own self-talk because you haven't been feeding yourself with the permission to accept and embrace your excellence. And for years, in truth, still to this day, I've had difficulty accepting compliments and praise on the gifts and abilities that I've been given. I think I'm a fairly decent singer. Other people would say, girl, you got some pipes. You can sing. You're amazing and all that. And I'd be like, oh, whatever. And at the same time, I recognize that by doing that, by downplaying the gifts that God has given me, I lose out on the opportunity to get better at the gifts that I've been given. You know, I can sing, but if I would accept the praise and feel the challenge to do even better, I would be an even better singer. I would be an even better business coach. I would be an even better mom. I would be an even better. And so often we look to fix the problems in our lives instead of looking to tweak and augment our strengths. And we forget that our strengths are the gifts that we were given in this world to change and inspire the world around us. And so we start thinking about what we can't do and what we're not good at and all the stuff that we have problems with that we need to deal with and fix and instead of going, wow, I really am a great presenter, speaker, trainer, coach, mom, singer, dad, doctor, lawyer, whatever. And how can I be even better? How can I serve even better? How can I reach more people even better? And for me, that's in an effort to bring honor and glory to something that's much greater than myself. That's not everybody's MO, but to each their own. So there's that whole idea of giving yourself permission to soak up the excellence for all that you've done. And that's the other point, the doing. You can't just sit there and go, oh God, make me great at what I do. I want to be amazing. And voila, all of a sudden, the angels are singing from on high and you are the most amazing XYZ, whatever it is that you do. That doesn't happen. There has to be doing. You pray, make me great, and then you go out and you work. You pray, make me great, and you're given an opportunity to have a learning experience that makes you better. And in the praying to be great, it's not a ping, okay, now you're excellent. The way you get excellent through the doing is by facing the challenges. So often we get hit with these challenges and we run into these walls and we're like, it's just proof that I suck. And instead, the reality is it's proof that you just need more practice. It's proof that you don't get good just by sitting still. You have to do the work. And sometimes the work is hard. And that's okay. It's all part of the practice. So this week, I challenge you. Those things that you want to be good at, those things that you want to be excellent at, those things that you want to be known for being so amazing about. What are you doing? What challenges are you facing? What hurdles are you overcoming? What obstacles are you pushing through, around, over, whatever? What are you doing? In conjunction with what are you asking for in order to be more excellent? And how are you receiving the gift of praise? How are you receiving the compliments? How are you receiving the gifts that come back to you when you share your gifts with the world?